Welcome to Gardening Time with your host.
Now, listen, for those of us who might not know too much about Vroom-Town, what is it all about?
Well, Vroom-Town is actually a wonderful place where all types of trucks live, work and have exciting adventures. And we've a couple of goodies. We also have a couple of baddies as well. So we've got Bullydozer. By the name, you can guess that he's a bit mean, but they're ideal for, the books are ideal for children from up to 7 years of age, basically, boys and girls. And we've got a lovely girl truck called Sparkle. So that'll keep the girls intrigued, I'm sure. And it all started about 3 years ago when I had the idea to write children's books and to write all about trucks.
Well, Emer, I've just been recently looking at your website, and you mentioned Sparkle. I love your website. Really, it's so colourful. It's so laid out. Obviously, a lot of time and effort has gone into it. I'm looking at Sparkle actually this very minute. The little star on her on the back end of the truck, and the little workman's helmet on her as well, and the lipstick. It's so cute. It really is.
Yeah, she's actually my favourite character. Although my characters are like children, I can't really say that I have a favourite. But between yourself and myself, Paul, yeah, she's kind of my favourite.
Now, what is it about these story times that you enjoy so much?
I love the interaction with the children and to see the children's expressions as I go through the story. And there's a little bit of suspense. Now, it might be suspense for adults, but the children love the kind of suspense in the story and finding out what happens. And I think every author who writes a book, there's no point in keeping it to themselves because there's no real fulfillment, in my opinion, for that. You need to see the audience's reactions and get the feedback from them. And it's the children that really make all of this worthwhile, I think.
Now, I understand you sort of came from a marketing background. You worked in, I think, a motor dealers of some sort. And would this prove to be the inspiration for many of the characters in Vroom-Town?
You're quite right, Paul, yes. I work, and I still do work over in McAvai Motors. Now, they're a Scania truck dealership, and I've been there for 15 years, would you believe? So looking out the window, I've seen an awful lot of trucks coming and going. And yes, that was the inspiration because customers would come in with their children to collect their trucks, etc. And the children would just look up in awe at the size of the trucks and the noise and just the whole thing about them. And I thought to myself, there's nothing out there about trucks. There's no stories in terms of characters, etc. for children about trucks. So hence, I took pen to paper. And I have to say that writing the story took about the stories. I've got 3 at the moment published on the shelves, and I've got about ideas for 75 more and about 10 more written. But I do think that writing the story took about 5 minutes, and the promotion and the marketing, etc., that takes the years. That takes the 3 years.
That's the hard bit, isn't it? Just getting people on board, so to speak. I'm looking just on the website. I think it's Screech the Truck. There's Terry the Terrible and Tim the Tipper. Will it be any one of those 3 books you'll be doing at Hullcroft Motors this weekend?
Do you know what? The one I'm going to do is the latest one, which is Screech, the small truck caught in the cave. And that is just not to give the story away or the plot away, but it's all about Screech and Sparkle. And they get into a little bit of trouble caused by the mischievous Bullydozer and Terrible Terry. Will they get out of the cave? That's the question, Paul. You might have to come and listen to the story yourself. I
was rather hoping you'd actually tell me right here.
No, can't give anything away. I get into trouble.
But how did you actually get called on board for the Drogheda Motor Weekend, or how did you get involved?
Well, I'm very excited actually. I got a phone call from Patricia in Hullcroft Motors there in Drogheda, and just to see if I would be interested in taking part and doing my story time there. And I'm thrilled to say that everything worked out very well, and I'll be there at 11 o'clock on Saturday. And the children can come along and take photographs. I'm going to be taking 5-foot and 6-foot characters with me, just to give a visual. And the children can come along and take photographs with the characters or their favourite one. Hopefully they'll have a few by the end of the story time. So I'm very excited. So
you sounded... Well, seriously, you really do. You sound really happy and very, very pleased with what you're doing. There's a lovely smiley photograph of you on your website, and I'm looking at some of the books there that you have in your hand. Who does the illustrations? Because they're very, very nice.
They're exceptional, actually, and I don't have a talent of drawing as such, so I did a scribble and came up with the colours and the style and sent them off to a very talented illustrator, John McCormack. illustrations, and he is absolutely brilliant. I would recommend him to anybody, but not to other authors, because I want to keep his artwork and his creativity for myself. Thanks. He's brilliant.
You've mentioned Scribble. You've just given me an idea. Maybe I'll lend you this the intellectual properties of this. How about Scribble the Truck, who works primarily for a crayon factory?
Now, there you have it, Paul.
Will you go with that?
Terrific. Yeah, I'm loving that. Yeah. Are you sure there's no copyright now on this? Because nobody heard that.
You can have it. Go on, you're grand.
Great, good man. Thanks.
Listen, Emer, it's been lovely speaking to you, and thank you very much, and the best of luck. And it's a lovely website. And I know there's the interactive side of it, and people can go onto it. It's Vroom-Town.ie. There's plenty to do. There's a parents section, and there's the membership section for the children, and all that sort of thing. But Emer, thank you very much, and the best of luck this weekend.
Oh, thanks, Paul, and thanks for your time. It's terrific chatting to you.
You too. Thank you indeed.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. That's Emer Conlon, and she will be doing Vroom-Town, her latest book. It'll be at Holcroft Motors in Drogheda this Saturday, June 11th, as part of the Drogheda Motor Weekender. And look at the website. It's really, I mean, I'm not just speaking it up just because we had Emer there on the phones, but it's a lovely website, very well laid out, and there's the nice photograph, the friendly photograph of Emer there with some of the books, the products, and a few little images. I think she's going to do some sort of products, maybe toys and things. That's certainly the impression I get from it, but it's very, very nice. And like she said, there's nothing out there featuring trucks, so she saw the niche and she seized the moment. Vroom-Town.